shout out to our national prime minister. Shout out to our national prime minister, Simon Ekpa. Your tweet, he went far. I never met you before. I never follow you talk. You hear my distress. You tweeted on my behalf. They say make I come there write another statement. Say wetin concern me and how I know Simon Ekpa. See how I know Constance.
Welcome, great and lovely people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome once more. You just listened to Akpi speak Darlington. He was arrested, like you know, recently by Burna Boy. Burna Boy arrested him, claiming that he defamed his character and all of that. And so he was arrested for about 3 days until, a video was made by the mother where she explained that Akpi had made some, online presentations where it appeared as though he defamed Burna Boy. And so as a result, he was arrested by the police through the request of Burna Boy. And he was in the prison for over 3 days till this message came out from the mother, and immediately Simon Ekpa had to tweet, sending a very strong message to Burna Boy, warning him that if he does not release Akpi in the next 48 hours, that he would be considered as an enemy of Biafrans. And then it wasn't up to 6 to 7 hours, and Darlington was released. Now he has been out for some time, and he came on live. I think that was yesterday or so, and he was talking about his experience, and he went ahead to mention, to give vote of thanks to Simon Ekpa, stating it clear that it was his tweet that pushed and forced their hands. Stating that they were now asking him about Simon Ekpa. And I remember I have said something like this before, that these people, what they do is, in bushes, especially those local government areas where the men have been dealing with, they camp there, and when they stop you, they start searching innocent young boys. If they see a picture of Simon Ekpa in your phone, they will say you are a member of the Biafra Liberation Army. They will immediately be, I will continue to, what is the problem? Is it that people cannot see a picture online and have it in their phones? Once they see his picture on your phone, you become their enemy. Why? It is as a result of the woto that the men under Simon Ekpa has been giving to them. So anybody who appears to have his picture, or they will say you are connected to him, and they will begin to have problems with you. So I knew that this guy would be asked further questions because of the tweets coming from the PM Simon Ekpa. So immediately he made that tweet. We know that their body is going to be shaking, and then they are going to find one way or the other to ensure that they release him. But they are going to query him, just as they did. Queried him about knowing Simon Ekpa, about working with him. And what connections does he have? He doesn't have any connection with Simon Ekpa. And that is what he came out to thank Simon Ekpa, that he doesn't know him, he doesn't know anything. But then his tweet went far. That is to tell you that these people are following your tweets. Just as I'm making this broadcast now, those DOS criminals, they are following these tweets. They are following my broadcast. Time will come when I'm going to expose some of them. Time will come when I'll come here and expose what they are doing. What they do is they go about all the true Biafrans attacking their YouTube page, sending messages to YouTube to disable their pages. But some people do not understand what is happening. I have received messages, but then let me just leave it by that side. Time will come where we are going to come out and expose these people who have been doing these things. And it remains that same person that continues to try to disable all Biafrans who are fighting seriously under Simon Ekpa. He wants to disable their account. The same person that did that thing to Master Prophet is the same person. The same person that disabled Master Prophet's account is the same person. So I want to even use this medium to tell our Biafran people who are making videos and, educating our people back home to know that there are some people, just avoid their content. Don't even use their content. Try to explain whatever they have done and forget about their content, forget about their picture. Imagine, you would not believe what is happening. A fellow Biafran is fighting you just to make sure that he brings your page down because you are in support of PM. That is what they are doing. Now, for you to know the rot that is inherent in this Nigerian system, I want you to watch what they did to this innocent Biafran who happens to be a military personnel, but they charged him because of what happened between him and his senior officer. Listen to what happened.
Soldier Private Azuna Madu Abuchi for killing a lieutenant. Private Madu Abuchi of 202 Battalion Bama had murdered Lieutenant B.S. Ngori, discharging 9 rounds of shots on him from his AK-47 rifle, killing the deceased on the spot. Delivering his judgment, President of the court, Brigadier General Ekubi Arikpo, said the soldier was found guilty of murder, punishable under Section 106, subsection A of the Armed Forces Act 2004.
The act of murder is a heinous and distasteful crime against humanity. It offends the tenets of military regimentation and professionalism, which is synonymous with discipline and law-abiding personnel. You betrayed the trust and confidence reposed on you by the Nigerian Army to ensure dignity and respect for human life. For the offense of murder is to suffer death, as provided under Section 106 of the Armed Forces Act. This sentence is to be carried out by firing squad. May God have mercy on you, on your soul. This sentence is subject to confirmation by the appropriate superior authority.
The accused soldier pleaded not guilty, but witnesses and exhibit tendered to the General Court Martial proved contrary.
Now, focus on the bigger picture. In every case, there is a bigger picture. What led to this soldier doing what he did? What caused it? Have you asked what led to this? Have you asked the maltreatment? Have you asked if this man is trying to act under self-defense? Nobody wants to talk about that. But then, let's leave that aspect and even pray further. I want to ask a question. Is it because he is a Biafran? The Boko Haram members who were captured, what happened to them? They were rehabilitated and given juicy jobs. Boko Haram members, these are terrorists. They were rehabilitated and given juicy jobs. So because he is a Biafran, such treatment cannot be given to him. You now want to face the law. That is the problem we are having with some of these people. That is why we are telling you that this nation is not one, because they are operating on 2 systems. One is a secular law system that is active in the south, and the other is the Sharia law system that is active in the north. Now, their Sharia law system protects them, whereas the secular law system will come here and punish you for whatever. So why are we still the same? Why are we still in one country? These are things that reasonable people will ask, but the people of Niger area, they do not want to ask very challenging, thought-provoking questions. They want to remain docile. They want to remain the way they are. They want to be pushed around and manipulated by any riffraff anywhere. This is some of the challenges that have, bettered the Biafran struggle again. This is some of the challenges that we are facing that has caused uproar, that has caused provocation, and that has led to countless number of, protests. But at the end, they always try to use the military to quench the protest. But this time around, it is a time for self-defense. And that is why we continue to tell people, if you are a Biafran and you are in these people's army, you better leave. You better leave and find something better for yourself. Else, they will just use you to complete whatever their plan is. Thank you for listening. It is always Biafra first.